Hello everyone, welcome to my real estate channel. In today's video episode, we're going to talk about MM2H, where foreigners are coming in by the drones because of the value that Malaysia brings, since the cost of living here is much lower in comparison to a lot of places in the world. Plus, the quality of life here in Malaysia is not that shabby either. And of course, the most important thing, as a Malaysian, I can tell you the food in Malaysia is superb. We got so much variety of food. If you are coming from Europe or the rest of Asia or even America, you're coming here just to retire, rest assured, we got everything for you in terms of food. We got so much flavor. Before we begin, I hope you can take a few seconds of time to consider subscribing to my small little channel by clicking on the subscription button below. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button. The revamp regime relaxes financial requirements but imposes a new property rules that may seem too harsh. There's a new Malaysia My Second Home MM2H program in town. The last time the long-term residency scheme underwent major changes was in 2021 under the Perikatan Nasional government. Recently, the Unity administration announced a MM2H revamp to strengthen the economy and offer a new visa holders an improved package. But how exactly is the new package MM2H bigger, better and stronger? The answer lies in the new and updated eligibility criteria. In 2021, the MM2H setup was designed to target high net worth individuals. Consequently, the MM2H eligibility criteria saw drastic changes that significantly narrowed the pool of potential applicants. Under the old regime, principal applicants had to make a fixed deposit of 1 million ringgit and top up another 50,000 ringgit for every dependent they brought to attain a 5-year multiple entry visa. They also need to have a monthly income of 40,000 ringgit and at least 1.5 million ringgit in liquid asset. Many of the foreigners interested in making Malaysia a second home are retirees. As they mainly live off pension and investment income, a 40,000 ringgit threshold automatically disqualified their application. The hike in the required fixed deposit from 300,000 ringgit between 2002 and 2019 and liquid assets clauses also deterred middle income applicants. Now rules have changed. The government is rolling out 3 MM2H categories where previously there was only one, removing the onerous monthly income and liquid asset requirement and lowering the minimum fixed deposit to 150,000 US dollars or 705,000 ringgit Malaysia for a 5-year visa. Some MM2H requirements are more relaxed now, but the visa scheme is also stricter in other ways. Strictly, all new MM2H visa holders must buy residential property of a prescribed minimum value depending on their visa category. They must also hold the property for at least 10 years before it can be sold. Participants are allowed to upgrade the property or buy a new one with a higher value than the one they already own. If you're comparing the previous MM2H program and the one that is revised today, personally I feel that it is a much needed improvement. Compared to the previous requirement, you need to have a 1 million ringgit fixed deposit and 50,000 for each dependent. Instead, the new one now they break into 3 separate categories: silver, gold and platinum. So the major difference between these 3 packages is of course the fixed deposit from silver 150,000 US dollars, gold with 500,000 US dollars and platinum with 1 million US dollars. And requirement of liquid asset also has been completely removed. And now you don't even need to prove that you have a 40,000 monthly income. As a foreigner, you don't need to purchase a physical residential property here in Malaysia. But now with the new program, there is a minimum of 600,000 ringgit property for a silver package and goes all the way up to 2 million ringgit. May not sound to be a lot if you guys are coming from Europe or even from America, because everything is multiplied by 5 due to today ringgit is currently quite weak. As per recording of this video in July, our ringgit is still very weak. So what are my thoughts about this MM2H program? Honestly, my personal opinion is a much improved version compared to the previous one, and I prefer this newer MM2H program is because it requires the foreigners that come in here to live in Malaysia to own the property themselves. So this will actually help stimulate the real estate market in Malaysia. So what do you think of the new improved MM2H program? Write in the comments down below. Tell me your opinions and thoughts, and let's have a discussion. These changes are important for several reasons. Firstly, MM2H contributes to economy growth. From 2002 to 2019, MM2H attracted 48,471 retirees and their dependents. This brought in an estimated 58 billion ringgit in revenue through real estate investment, medical and education expenses, and other economic multiplier effects. But the 2021 tweaks catered the MM2H market. The average number of MM2H applicants since then reportedly saw a 90% drop compared to 2017 to 2019. Improving one's financial criteria and hence attracting more applicants and reversing this slide in MM2H numbers can further stimulate the economy. Secondly, with 3 new categories, the new MM2H is still targeting HNWIs without sacrificing a wider pool of applicants. Wealth migration, including by millionaires and HNWIs, is a growing trend in the global economy. The investment migration market is worth $21 billion annually, and with an estimated 135,000 millionaires projected to relocate in 2025. Attaining a greater share of the market, in this case through a newly introduced platinum category, can likewise benefit Malaysia economically. The revamped MM2H is still targeting more affluent foreigners too, with an even looser financial requirements. This is partly to account for inflation, which has seen visa schemes everywhere becomes more expensive. But it also minimises overlap with the MM2H program offered by Sabah and Sarawak, which are more affordable in line with the East Malaysian lower cost of living and cater more to the lower middle income crowd. Foreigners thus have several options to relocate to Malaysia depending on their financial means. Finally, mandatory property purchase may reduce property overhang in states such as Perak, Johor, Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. This could boost the property market and improve the value of property held by the Malaysian in surrounding areas too. With less stringent financial criteria, Malaysia is once again opening the doors to a wider and more diverse group of MM2H aspirants. The current terms are more expensive than what was offered pre-COVID-19 pandemic, but this is again par for the course given inflation, and any cons must be weighed against the pros. Malaysia remains an attractive destination for long-term residency and retirement. It has one of the lowest costs of living in Southeast Asia, robust medical, educational and business infrastructure, and affordable connectivity via its international airports, to name a few. A weak ringgit is likewise a boon for foreigners because they get more bang for their buck in Malaysia. But MM2H still has room for improvement. The new property rules may be too harsh and even somewhat illogical. One wonders, for instance, why government is enforcing foreigners on a 5-year visa to hold a property for 10 years. Foreigners and migrants, regardless of income level, have brought and still do bring immense value to Malaysia. They should be given appropriate and proportional flexibility to live well and freely wherever possible while contributing to the government's economic agenda. As a foreigner, you need to be aware the law in Kuala Lumpur, the only 600,000 ringgit property that you are eligible to purchase are from the developers. You cannot buy on the secondary market, meaning that you cannot buy a sub-sale property which worth 600,000 ringgit. Because the minimum threshold for a foreigner to purchase a property in Kuala Lumpur is 1 million ringgit, which is under the MM2H Gold Plan. If you said, I don't want to live near the city, I prefer to live further outskirts, I want to stay in Selangor, the bar is much higher. You need to purchase the property with a minimum value of 2 million ringgit. And not only that, the property has to be a strata title. So your options and choice are much lesser. So for those who don't know what is a strata title property, the best example will be condominiums or apartments. You are not allowed to do any extensions of changes to the facade of the building like in condo or in any apartment. So if you are watching this video and you are a foreigner and you are looking for the silver plan, make sure that you know that you have to purchase from a developer. And if you have high budget, you go for a gold plan. Yes, you are eligible to purchase property in KL as long as it is above 1 million ringgit Malaysia. And those who have a bigger pocket, you want to come in to get a platinum and you want to stay in Selangor, further out from the city, which is much more peaceful in my personal opinion, then you need to be aware that you have to buy the property above 2 million ringgit and it has to be a strata title. From where I'm staying, which is Sumang Jaya, the only property that has strata titles are in the Glades, which is in Putra Heights. If you want to know more about this property, send me a message in WhatsApp, which my contact is below here. So you want to know the MM2H program and requirement for Sabah and Sarawak, I'm going to share it right here so you can have a take a look. Pause the video for a while, then at least you can see what are the requirements. It's a much more lowered requirement because expenses and cost of living there is much lower. Overall, this MM2H program could be improved as per in the article, but if you ask me personally, I would even lower the requirements needed so that we can attract more investors or even retirees coming here to spend money to boost the economy. In Malaysia, we have a very small population, it's about 30 million. So overall, we need a lot of people to come in to boost the economy. We have lots of resources. Food is great. Weather is great. Yeah, sometimes it rains very heavily, and sometimes it's very hot as well. But there's also a lot of shopping malls if you want to cool yourself down. And one of our Malaysian hobby is we love to go to shopping mall because we get free air conditioning while we hang out and spend time with families. So if you are foreigner, you consider retiring in Malaysia, you also can ask your children to come and visit you and stay here. Maybe consider run a business here. That's my personal opinion. The infrastructure in Malaysia is quite good, and there's lots of development when it comes to IT. Malaysia is one of the main hub for data centers, especially towards 2024. There's a lot of program and initiative infrastructures are building towards the southern part of Malaysia, which is Johor region, to build a very huge data center, and also in central part. If you talk about medical, we have lots of private hospital, many specialists here in Malaysia as well. So we are not short of anything where you are currently staying. The best part is there's no natural disaster in Malaysia. Well, maybe sometimes we get a few days of thunderstorm and we get a bit flood here and there, but from where I'm staying, Subang Jaya, so far, touch wood, no flood. That's about it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet, and please give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube algorithm will promote this video for everyone else to see, since I have a very small channel. And do share this video to your friends and family if they are consider migrating to Malaysia. My name is Chester Cheng. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.